But
So
I don't think we disagree in a sense. I'm
okay,
just saying the elements that are mixed in your innocent love, right? They kind of get left in the past. It can only be in that state of being with that first person, but we're
true.
not always being aware of why it hurts so much,
Hmm.
right? Those the lust and infatuation are more so remnants of your immaturity as a youth because you just let things go too far, right? You did things without thought. All of those things are also present in those younger relationships.
Hmm.
That's all.
So I think the first part of my question was definitely answered of like whether or not that locking away a certain part of them happens in mature men, right? And so like the answer at this point is clearly like no. But in terms of like the men who haven't necessarily matured, right? Who still keep that part of them or refuse to show their vulnerability or just like there's a part of them that's reserved away from their partner. As men, how do you help women understand, right? And two, how should a woman reconcile with that?
She has to because what you
No,
just
I didn't say
described.
if. I said
Uh,
how.
how does she reconcile
Yeah, because
with
I
that?
think she should, right?
One,
But
okay,
how?
I think she can reconcile with it quite easily if she's not living a Disney fantasy. A woman that is well versed in a man's nature will accept that. If you understand that a man is, even though he has that part of himself missing or still attached to someone, if it does not interfere with him doing his duty to you, and you understand a man's nature in that sense, I believe a mature woman can reconcile with that. I believe a woman that's looking for a whirlwind fairy tale will continually get upset that he had that with someone else, right? But I start to think as you get older, you realize, well, that doesn't stop him from taking care of his kids. That doesn't stop him from paying the mortgage, even being good to me, taking me on dates. I just know there's somebody that he's done this with before. So you can kind of tell in other parts of the world that some women, that's all they're looking for is that duty part, right? As long as he's not disrespecting her, I think a mature woman can reconcile with that pretty
So
well.
I think how she does it is through like the essence of like extreme femininity. Cause I think that's like, shout out to JB. It can heal you. That is a that is a healing power. Like I know like a lot of women negate that they have a superpower and I'm not speaking sexually. I'm speaking in terms of the things that women provide that sometimes men who have never experienced it don't quite understand because it's not a tangible that you can put your finger on. But I think through that, with time and building trust, she can help him get over that and to the next stage of whatever that may look like. But it won't come through like trying to nag him about it. It won't come through fighting with him. It won't come through being jealous of the other person or asking him to tell you what to. It's just gonna have to you exist in the essence of a spirit of femininity that's so strong it just draws him in to the point it drowns everything else out.
You know,
Shan, go ahead and read the super chats before we get too far.
I was gonna
I
say,
really wanted to. Did we even answer that question? Like,
no, let me cite
let me.
one
Let,
example of a woman that did not reconcile with it. I think it's a good example. Princess Diana and the now King Charles. He had a woman he was so crazy about, right? Even the royals themselves, you have to believe the person that they're paired with is not the person they chose. It was the person that was chosen for them, right? And that woman, what most of those women, right? Princess Kate, are basically like, I know you love someone else. This is my duty, and I understand that you're doing your duty. And some of them might be okay with that. I think they were. Some of them are reconciled with that. Diana wasn't, but
So, can before you read the super chats, I just want to say this real quick. So, part of it is we as men we have to be aware of our woman and what she needs, and if she needs you to be vulnerable, be willing to give that to her. Like it's a whole bunch of other little things that I think is all part of that love experience that you learn as you get older. But that doesn't mean um, for me, that doesn't mean that that part of me that was lost will ever come back. Like it hasn't to date, and I don't think it will. But I am quite aware of what her needs are, and I try to meet those needs. But like we have to also be active participants in the relationship as well. And I think oftentimes many of us men we're not. But that goes back to what Trigger Mike was saying, the difference between that young immature love versus that older I get it mature love. And I think Trigger Mike, you hit a really good point when you said it. I actually had to sit and think about that for a second. I think you're spot on with that. I really do. I don't know if I'd call it lust necessarily, but I think that there is an immature versus a mature love, and I think you're right about that.
Let me
Like,
just
you
add
realize
this.
immature love is not represented in any Bible, no, it's only the mature, only
So
the duty, only the.
Well,
let me help my homie out. Hold on, let me help my homie out.
about wanting to come to Jesus was talking about to come to him with the hearts of a child, right? So I think that's kind of like when we compare that kind of love, because is blind. We do it without question. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I think when you have experiences in life, then you start to question things because now you have something to compare it to. So
That's like master pupil. We're talking, master pupil is that heart of a child, not love. Between romantic interests. I mean, we could debate that. That's debate.
Okay, Marcus, go ahead. You was gonna say something, and then we can read the super chats.
So I was gonna speak for the AP. I'm gonna take it upon myself to speak for him in case his woman does watch this show or see this. Look, he is just voicing an experience from the past that has nothing to do with the love that he has for you right now. In fact, in the back chat, I'm gonna expose you. He tremendously loves you to the point that his eyes light up and I see butterfly emojis pop up when he gets to speaking about
They
you.
lying. I don't see that shit at all.
Sugar Mike, you a hater. You a hater.
Well,
you a hater out here.
You lying. I ain't gonna
You
lie
a
to
hater
you.
out here.
so it's all
Hey.
it's all good. It's all good. I don't know if you guys saw me looking down and hitting the text, because I mean she is watching it. and she literally it says, "Don't tell them shit." So it's all good, man.
All right, Shan, go ahead.